Yeah, we so fly, yeah, we get high up in the sky. We living life, yeah, we alright. Now shine your light and burn it bright if you got Christ. We gon' have a good time, yeah, we gon' have a good time tonight. Yeah, we gon' have a good time, yeah, we gon' have a good time tonight. I just wanna go where we never been, be liberated from this wicked world of sin. If you wanna come with me, then be born again. We get to heaven and you'll never be born again. Got a lot of joy, you can't take mine. This a real smile, I don't got a fake mine. Yeah, drunk in the spirit, this some great wine. We got Jesus, we gon' have a great time. Yeah. I just wanna fly with you. Lean back, open up the sunroof and see the stars with you. I just wanna glide with you. I'm alive, this a vibe, give you time. God, I wonder, can I slide with you? Yeah, we get higher in the sky. We live in life, and we alright. Now shine your light and burn it bright if you got Christ. We gon' have a good time, yeah. We gon' have a good time tonight. Yeah, we gon' have a good time, yeah. We gon' have a good time tonight.
I know I can fly, I'm just waiting on wings. I refuse to put all my faith to Alexander McQueen. I was in hell until God sent the girl in my dream. Me and Marcus, we got body, but a heck of a team. I wanted fame, but the devil kept on selling me dreams. What you mean? Positivity, not gonna bring in no stream. But like the engine that could, I just needed some steam. I couldn't do it on my own, God pushed me to leap, and now we jumping for joy. I couldn't understand what you are, who you were, when I was just a little boy playing in my corduroys. Watch you bring my praise, thinking she just making noise. Thinking she was crazy, whole time she hear your voice. You ain't make me turn on you, but you gave me the choice. Knowing I would turn to you to help me fill that void. Any weapon formed against me shall be destroyed. Lead a hating in the door.
Yeah, we so fly, yeah, we get higher in the sky. We living life, yeah, we alright. Now shine your light and burn it bright if you got Christ. We gon' have a good time, yeah. We gon' have a good time tonight. Yeah, we gon' have a good time, yeah. We gon' have a good time tonight. Now who says you can't have a good time in Jesus? You better shake something, do a two-step, do something. You don't even have to have anything in your class. You just turn up off the Holy Spirit. You turn up, but not too much. No twerking though.
Gloria a Dios.
No cholo got the game in a chokehold. My blessings coming in by the boatload. Never put the pressure on, but I don't fold. Walk in and I'm dripping in that fresh oil. I don't do it for the culture, do it for the kingdom. Man, I see these folks just looking for a reason. Devil been plotting, haters been scheming. Spirit got me feeling good, see your boy live. Look, I wake up in the morning about to go off. Please know I'm safe, but I'm not soft. Expecting God to move, he gon' show off. God gon' save the ones that you wrote off. Who's that peeping in your window? Jesus in the flesh, that's my kinfolk. Hit me on the line, I got the info. God ain't want to play with no Nintendo.
I ain't been the same since I dipped in that water. Went from dark to light like 6 in the morning. I just play my role, every pip need a Jordan. The old me is dead, you could put him in a coffin. And I don't mean to flex, but I'm dripping in oil. I'm dripping in oil. I ain't been the same since I dipped in that water. Since I dipped in that water. Thought I had it all, but I needed Jesus. Hey, tipping toe in heaven with my Jesus pieces. Hey, got my lifeline, I never needed riches. Hey, I embodied God, became a different species. Hey, you don't believe it? Hold up. Hey, every time I needed them, he showed up. Hey, now I got the glow, showed up. Hey, I know I'm getting saved when it go up.
I call on your name, bet you show up. Time been ticking, bet I blow up. They show me hate, but I show love. Devil talking rough, but he ain't tough. I know he mad, but he can't touch. When I feel weak, get that real. Can't slow it down, better keep up. Devil tryna hold me down, but I reach up.
I ain't been the same since I dipped in that water. Went from dark to light like 6 in the morning. I just play my role, every pimp need a Jordan. The old me is dead, you could put him in a coffin. And I don't mean to flex, but I'm dripping in oil. I'm dripping in oil. I ain't been the same since I dipped in that water. Since I dipped in that water. I ain't been the same since I dipped in that water. Devil want my soul, man, he tripping or something. I can never change, man, I'm loyal to the soil. I don't mean to flex, but I'm dripping in oil. God in my system, you know he got an admission. This ain't no selfish ambition, it's for the kingdom of heaven. The violent take it by force, so we moving aggressive, so we just want his presence on earth as it's in heaven. I ain't been the same since I dipped in that water. Went from dark to light like 6 in the morning. I just play my role, every pip need a Jordan. The old me is is dead, you could put him in a coffin. And I don't mean to flex, but I'm dripping in oil. I'm dripping in oil. I ain't been the same since I dipped in that water. Since I dipped in that water. I don't mean to flex, 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 but I'm dripping in oil. Hey.
What's good, CloudLife? How we doing? Hey, it's been a minute since I seen y'all on this live stream. How y'all doing, everybody? Man, what's up, Crawfish? How we doing? What's up, Crypto Brown? How we doing, baby? It has been a minute since I've done a live stream. Hope all is well with you guys. If you are new to the stream, say what's up. Let me know how you're doing. Tell me where you're from. It's nice to have you guys on here with me. I'm sweating already from just dancing. How y'all doing, though, tonight? Let me know if y'all could hear me. Give me like a thumbs up or so if you could hear me or not. Y'all hear me pretty well? Getting them groceries in. How you been? What's up, Digitalosaurus? How we doing, baby? Yeah, man, it has been a minute getting them groceries in. Got you. Let's see. From Seattle, Washington. Hey, that's what's up. How we doing? Okay. So, yeah, just say where you're from. If you're new to the stream, just tell me where you're from, how you found the channel, and, just enjoy the night tonight with me. But yeah, you guys, it has been a minute since I've done a live stream. It almost feels foreign doing a live stream. So I'm gonna do my best tonight and get back to it. I'm gonna be doing live streams more often. I had to take a lot of time off because there was a lot of stuff that I had to figure out on the side. So I'll get into some of it tonight. What's up, Eric Lopez? How we doing? What's up, Mark? What's up, Jaylon? What's up, Rough Rican? How we doing? Yo, baby, how we doing? Brentwood, California. Oh, nice. Miami. What's Gucci? It's Gucci, man. Man, I got a lot. I don't even know where to start because I think it's been like 2 months since I've done a live stream. Boston, Massachusetts. Like, nice. Yeah, it's been 2 months since I've done a live stream, so I'm like, man, I need to get back into it and not be lazy and all that, man. But it's been wild. Okay, cool, man. We were talking today. I remember that. So yeah, you're the one that joined me today. That's awesome, man. Yeah, class tomorrow, by the way. If you class is going to be tomorrow. I'm gonna send the Zoom link in the student Discord or the student area. So once that I don't know if you heard, but the Federal Reserve was crashed today or was down today. So that's probably why your funds didn't get transferred through. So we'll talk about that after the live stream if you are still awake or still around. But I appreciate everybody being on here tonight. Y'all don't have to always do this, but I appreciate that. Go ahead and smash that like button, you guys. I appreciate you guys being on here. Blessings to you, brother Crypto Brown. Appreciate that. What's up, Robert Morris? How we doing, man? Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm getting back into this. What's up, Sosa? How we doing, man? Yeah, I have been in a interesting place mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and today, I'm gonna kind of touch up on that because I guess, sometimes you never know what God's going to do with you or do with your life or how He wants to use you, what He's trying to do with you, and the hardest thing is always doing it His way because we always want to do things our way, especially because as people we don't like waiting. We don't like being doing our own thing. And me personally, I'm kind of hard headed at times. I'm just being real and real about it. And sometimes, when it comes to following the Lord, it is, and doing what He asks is kind of difficult. So I'm gonna just say that. But I am gonna touch up on some stuff that's going to definitely help you guys. It's been on me for a minute, and especially today to speak on it. But I don't know if anybody could relate in here. Like if you've been through situations in your life where you just don't understand what is going on in your life. You're just trying to figure out, you know, what your next move's gonna be. Why certain things happen to you that don't seem to happen to anybody else, and you just seem like you're just stuck somewhere, man. It's just a weird feeling, and this is like for anybody. Doesn't matter if you're a believer, non-believer. Everybody goes through stuff like this, and me. It was funny because this week, the Lord was showing me my childhood, because I had a pretty rough childhood. I don't like talking about it too much because it's a sensitive topic, So growing up, I always been the person that's been rejected, always been, and I'm gonna be transparent tonight. So if y'all see me getting a little emotional, then don't punk me. But it's when you've been through so much in your life, and you look back at your past to see where you're at now and see what God's doing with your life, you have to just say thank you, Lord, and give Him glory, because it's crazy to live in a life where you don't acknowledge God in anything, man. It's crazy. When I was growing up, and I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up, man, I like from it started in elementary school to middle school. Some stuff happened to me that was pretty dark. I'm not gonna get into the details about that. That'll be for another day. But the Lord had broke me down early as a child, and in realizing why He allowed certain things to happen to me from my childhood. It lets me see I see the bigger perspective on how God does things. He's a chess player. He plans years in advance, and some things that happen in your life is not because God's mad at you or God hates you or whatever. It's because He sees something that's going to strengthen you for a later time. And sometimes we always we don't like the fire that we go through, or the trials that we go through, because it's uncomfortable. But stuff that makes you uncomfortable, it helps you grow in the Spirit, and it helps you grow closer to the Lord. That's why He always says, lean not on your own understanding, because when you lean on your own understanding, you don't know why certain things happen to you, and it's because He's planning your future. He's planning to get things done at a later time. So going back to what I was saying about growing up, the Lord told me why He broke me early as a child, because as a child, it's interesting, and thinking about this, I never really I never fit in. I never fit in anywhere. It's like you always try to be blend in with the group, but it didn't matter where I went. I never blended in. It doesn't matter if I was if I knew people, if I didn't know. I never blended in anywhere I've been. And part of it is because the Lord wanted me to know that you're not supposed to be in a box when you are a child of the King. You're supposed to be at a different you have a different standard of living, not just a different standard of living, but you also have to know that even though things don't seem to go your way, as far as whatever, let's say, like for instance, I'm gonna go elaborate in this in a second, but the reason why the Lord broke me the way He did, because if He didn't break me, I'd be the most prideful person in the world. As a kid, I never lost anything. Doesn't matter if it was sports, doesn't matter if it was video games, I never lost. And I'm not trying to brag, but whatever I touched, I always won. And I know some of y'all grew up playing kickball or foursquare or tetherball, whatever sport it was, on the blacktop or field that y'all were in elementary school, dodgeball, whatever sport. But as a kid in elementary school, I never lost. And it got to the point where I was getting a little big headed. And in middle school is when I took my first loss ever. And it was because I was running track. First time running track. I was always the fastest, always the strongest, everything until middle school. And that, getting broken at a younger age, I said, I always felt like I was a failure for when I was younger because everything after I had my first loss, it's like losses after losses after losses. It kept coming, and you just like, man, when is it going to end, man? And so I know some of y'all could relate because sometimes in your life, whether it be in your relationship, your marriage, your work life, whatever, like especially investing, you just feel like you're losing all the time. You're losing somewhere in your life. Whether that be emotionally, financially, spiritually, you feel like you're just being drained in everything that you're doing. And so you have to realize when you are in that state, you have to humble yourself and come to the Lord. As hard as it may be and hard as it may sound, you really have to come to a place where you humble yourself and be like, okay, Lord. There's so much I could say here because I humble myself a lot, and people that know me personally, I have a thing. You could talk trash to me, but just don't put your hands on me. That's the one thing that I always ask the Lord. Just don't let nobody touch me, because I know I have. And this is something I've always been working on, but I have a thing with people, getting in my space and touching me, and getting close to people is something that's always been hard for me because I haven't been close to people for a long time. So whenever I start getting closer to people, I get kind of freaked out. And I know it sounds weird to y'all, but sometimes the reason why is because it dates all the way back to childhood, and it's just weird sometimes. But as I've been getting older and maturing, getting closer to the Lord and understanding where He's trying to take me, understand that I can't be that way and I have to open up. And sometimes it's hard opening up to people because you don't know how they're going to respond or if they even care to begin with. So, that's why I think this month is Mental Awareness Month, I believe, or yesterday, I don't know, but anyway, the people that go through mental warfare, they stay silent, and it's because people they have this thought in their head where they don't think people really care about what they do or say, and people hide that in and they keep it in. So it's like one of those things that people they go years and years, months and months without getting without speaking to somebody, and that affects them in the long term. So it's something that everybody deals with on a different scale. Maybe it not be the extent to somebody else's, how they deal with it, or how another person may deal with it. But if you look at the people that done suicide, most of the people that do suicide usually keep stuff to themselves, and they usually seem pretty happy or pretty easygoing people, but inside they're crying out for somebody to just reach out to them. But you guys, this is topics that people need to hear and discuss, because as people we always think about ourselves first before anyone else, and that's always a problem. But stuff is gonna start changing soon. The Lord's gonna be moving very soon, and I just know that what He has me to say today, it is gonna touch somebody. I don't know who, but this message is going to be for somebody. But if you could relate to this, drop a thumbs up. Let me know, because I know that some people hide stuff and they don't like talking to people, and it's probably because of past trauma or trauma that you dealt with, and it's just been festering and festering and festering, and then all of a sudden it blooms into something that it shouldn't be. Man, this tea's good, y'all. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I could probably go a little more into it, but this is a little bit of what I'm gonna be discussing. I'm gonna be talking about healing too. I'm gonna be doing a lot of I'm gonna be doing some Bible studies as well on live stream. So it might not just be cryptocurrencies and stuff, but it's gonna be, this channel is gonna be different than all the other crypto content creators out there, because it's one thing for people to talk about finances and stuff, but it's another thing for people that actually care about people's well-being and stuff. And this channel is about faith, trading, and wealth. And wealth is the Lord has been teaching me about wealth. Just the other day he said wealth is a standard and wealth is a responsibility. And so when I understand what he meant by wealth is a responsibility, because the more that you have, to whom much is given, much is required. If you have a lot of money, you have to learn how to be a good steward of your money. You have to know how to use it. Just like how you have to have if you have a lot of time is a wealth that you can't get back. If you have a lot of time, you're responsible for the time that you have and how you use it. You're responsible for your relationship with the Lord, whether you believe in God or not, because nobody here, even I don't care if you don't believe in God or not, there's going to be a day where you will see him face to face, and that will be either your last time you see him, or you'll see him another time, because you'll either be in hell or you'll be in heaven. And I'm not going to sugarcoat that. So just being real with you guys, you have to understand that everything that we're here on earth, we're responsible for if you have possession of it. So when he was telling me wealth is a standard, I was trying to figure out what the Lord meant by trying to understand what he meant by that. But when he said it's the standard, if you look at how Jesus Christ lived his life and how he treated people, how he represented his Father's kingdom, the standard is Jesus Christ, to live up to his expectations and to live up to what he called us to be. This is why we can't lean on to our own understanding, because we get it wrong if we follow our desires, our ways, and our feelings and emotions. And so sometimes you have to put your emotions aside. Sometimes it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, because I'll just be 100% with you guys. If I had it my way, there a lot of people in the XRP community will get their ass kicked. I'm just being real, because I'm a fighter. I rather fight than talk. I'm not used to talking it out. I'm like, okay, if you want to take, say la la la, hey, it's got to be a fight. I'm just being 100% with you guys. And I'm still growing as a person. I'm still learning some things. I didn't grow up in church like some people did. Some people know the whole way how church functions. I didn't grow up in church. God literally raised me up. And I was in a very dark place. When I say dark place, I'm talking about I was, as a child, mentally, honestly, I'm surprised I didn't kill myself. But looking back at it, I was in a very dark place growing up. Very dark place. The Lord showed me, if he had not got me as a child or at a young age, or stopped breaking me at a young age, I'd either be the next Hitler or I'd be a hitman or selling drugs or something. Because I was in a place where I just didn't care. I got to the point where, life, it is what it is. Like, I didn't care at that point. I said I'm gonna just live how I want to live. But then it got to the point where something made me start caring. It was you know how you've been rejected so many times in life, and not just by, family or friends or people, but just rejected, and like even you start rejecting yourself. Like, you start hounding yourself on things, and when you start doing that, that's when the enemy starts slipping into your head. That's why the Bible says give the enemy no room, because if you give him an inch, he'll take a whole mile. Do not give the enemy any room in your mind. And so when I was in this dark place when I was younger, people always and let me say this, because this is funny, because I was actually talking about this to a friend today. I said, going back to the part where I didn't fit in anywhere. Like, it's funny because I played sports, right? And anybody that plays sports in high school, you're considered a jock. You're considered one of the cool kids because you played sports. But I played sports, but I wasn't one of the cool kids. I didn't fit in with the cool kids. I didn't even fit in with the nerds or geeks. So I usually sat by myself, and it was crazy because everybody had their own story and opinion about me. Like, people know my bad side, people see my funny side, people see my quiet side, and people come together and they say this about me, they say this about me, they say this about me, but it's like, every single thing that you're saying is true. I'm not gonna hide it. I don't want to hide who I am. But at the same time, you got different sides of my personality, because you either let that out, or if you seen my bad side, you probably deserved it. If you seen my funny side and me more transparent and open, then cool. But it's one of these things where I had to learn how to be social growing up, and I wasn't really social until I got to college. And it's crazy because college forces you to be social. And y'all know what I mean about college, man. College really forces you to be social and to talk to folks. And I didn't really talk to too many people. Like, people thought I was cool, but I always stayed to myself, and I was pretty chill. And for the most part, I'm pretty quiet in person, but if you get me to open up, you'll be laughing, because I'll say stuff off the wall that you'll be like, he really said that. If y'all are fans of Bill Burr, I'm like the black Bill Burr. If y'all know who Bill Burr the comedian is, he's actually one of my favorite comedians. He keeps it really real. But that being said, it's one of those things, y'all, where, like, just growing up and seeing where I come now and reflecting on things, it's been wild. And the reason why I took a break, because I was asking the Lord, am I supposed to be doing this? Am I in over my head? Because I don't want to do things my way. I want to do it His way. And that's the thing that people get messed up. People think just because you have a good job, just because you're doing something that you want to do, doesn't necessarily mean that God wants you to be doing that. Just because a job opportunity came up and it was presented to you, doesn't mean that God wanted you to take that opportunity. That's why He said, acknowledge me in all thy ways, and I shall direct thy path. That's the way that I got out of my dark place, because I acknowledged Him. I said, Lord, if you're really real, show me how to get out of this. Just like if you acknowledge Him in your daily life, like with being a YouTuber, doing this live stream, I said, Lord, do you want me to start making videos again? Do you want me to start doing this again? Because just being real, because it gets overwhelming at times, and some people just don't know how overwhelming it could be. And I'm just being transparent and real with you guys, because this is not easy. And then you have your own life you got to deal with. Then you got to deal with people that don't even know you talking trash. And what's funny? I was gonna start a war with the XRP community on Twitter, because I noticed when I say certain things on Twitter, it always gets blown out of proportion. and people get mad or they say crazy stuff. I'm like, man, if I saw you in person, you would not say half the stuff you said to me. You like, a lot of people are cowards behind the keyboard, but they would never say 90 to 100% of the things they say on Twitter. And especially if you're around somebody with that presence, that gives off that presence, you like watch what you say. Yeah, you won't say too many things in my presence. I already know that. But there's a lot of things like, okay, so just the other day I saw, so I think it was last night, I saw someone say XRP is going to 50K. Man, I was like the first person that said XRP go to 50K, right? And, you know, everybody's praising him and, you know, saying all this. I'm like, dude, I said this. And people said I was stupid for saying that. So I noticed that in the XRP community, there is a bias on who says certain things. And there is, what's it called? Like clicks. And people, if the XRP community wants to be taken serious and be, you know, not in a place where people don't, you know, laugh at the XRP community. First of all, we have to come together, whether we disagree or not. Don't knock somebody's, you know, thoughts down just because you don't agree with them. There's some stuff I don't agree with what people say, but I don't, you know, bash their head in for what they say. I'll just say why you think this way, or, you know, and ask questions. But I noticed that there's this community is very divided, and a house that is divided won't stand. So if the community is divided, it won't last too long. And I've been noticing, you know, people flip-flop, people say a lot of things, and I'm like, okay, this is very interesting. I was gonna hashtag Cash Flow Nexus versus XRP community, but that's petty. But sometimes you guys, I do be trolling and y'all be taking it way too serious, but I don't think y'all are ready for that humor yet, so I'll tone it down. But I think I've been pretty transparent with you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the live stream so far. Smash that like button, you guys. We're about to get started in some technical analysis. I am going to do some requests as well, so, you know, feel free to drop your request in the comment section. I'm reading the comments too. But I hope you guys, you know, take, you know, some of the stuff I said to heart. Take it as a grain of salt, whatever you feel. If you felt anything, cool. If you are new to this channel and you like what you see here on here, you know, just subscribe if you like it. But I just want to be transparent and real with you guys. I'm still growing as a person, spiritually. I'm trying to get my relationship with God right. First and foremost, I'm trying to get my relationship right with people. I'm trying to get this money too, because we know that I'm trying to travel and do some big things, not just for myself, but for the kingdom of God as well. So that being said, you guys, I'm gonna get this analysis done on XRP first. Drop your requests. I don't see any requests yet, but if you have a request on what crypto you want me to analyze, you know, drop it in the comments and I will get to it. But let's go ahead and hit XRP first, and then we will get in this thing. All right, so let's go. So what I noticed here on XRP is in a very interesting space, and people that don't know how to use Ichimoku, y'all gonna probably be confused by what I'm saying to you guys, because some of this is foreign to you guys, so that's cool. But the Japanese style of trading, I think, is way better than any other style. But anyway, when I look at this market here, I see that market is holding this level of support. It's actually been ranging from this point here to this point, but it finally had a breakout. Let's see, around the 47 cent 318 level. So we had that breakout here and price pushed back up. But the funny thing is, price is still considered to be in this range because it's not technically all the way below here. So, and then you have support here as well at the 46.014 level anyway. So this is why I'm saying XRP is still good bullish wise. Now, I do want to point this out because I did see that it just happened like today or 2 days ago. We have a death cross right here. All right. So we have a death cross right here, which is a bearish sign. And, you know, it's a weak signal because it happened above the clouds. So it's not really a strong selling signal. And also Chiku span, the white line here, is stuck inside the price. So price is going to range a little bit more to the side. So we should see more sideways action in XRP on the daily time frame until we at least break this level here. So as long as we're inside of this box, we're still going to be ranging, and that's what I'm seeing with XRP. So that's why I'm not really worried here. The white line, if you ever see this enter inside a candle like this, this is telling you that price is going to range. So I expect prices to be ranging from 46 cents to 62 and maybe even a little bit higher. But it's going to range inside this box until it's broken. Coming down to the 4-hour time frame, you see that price here. Let me go ahead and take this off. Don't want it to be too much of a distraction for us. But here, if we look at this, we have a flat Kijun-sen, which is, you know, markets ranging here. Flat sequence span B and flat sequence span A here. So market's going to be flat for a while. And then also looking at this, we don't have an indication that this market's going to go any higher or lower. So right now, if it does come up, what I'm expecting is the market to come up a little bit in here and then probably back down in here and probably just range for a little bit, just like this. Now, here's the flip side though, okay, because two things could happen here. And let me go ahead and take this off real quick so I can explain something. Now, if we were looking at the market as a range here, if you look here, how I was saying that the market is ranging from this price point to this price point and possibly even here. If you look at the market like this, we could potentially come back down to the 36 level and then, you know, come back up and just stay ranging in this between 36 cents and 64 cents. So price could have a big range in here. Not saying that that will happen, but I'm saying that that's the possibility of what could happen. Now, when we go down to the 1-hour chart here, I want to break this down. I put this yesterday on Twitter, if some of you guys seen it. Right now, the market is moving in a consolidation market. I said this on Twitter. I said that if we get a break above this green zone, then expect the prices to go up. So far, we haven't had that, and prices is moving down. At least it's moving down, but sideways. So we're still in this range between this green zone and here at 41 cents. So as long as we're in here, market's not really going to do anything significant. Now, what I like to see here, because the market did two things. We had a golden cross, and then we had a death cross right here. And it looks like the market is trying to make another golden cross right here, but we can't confirm that yet. So until we get a golden cross right here, I'm going to say for XRP, I'm going to stay neutral because this market's in a range. All right. And then we see here that the cloud is trying to form a Kumo twist, have a bullish future, but there's no bullish indication right now. So until we get above this green zone, I'm going to stay neutral to bulls and bears because there's no indication on who's going to win this. All right. Let's see. Last but not least, let's see. We do have an opportunity coming up on the 15-minute time frame. And this is how I would play this off. All right. Seeing how this market is playing. Go ahead and take that off. Actually, I'm going to keep that on and just remove this. All right. So here's what I see here. And this is what may happen. All right. So we have price made its wave here, the first leg. And now we could get a bounce at this fractal level right here. And then possibly move up from here. And I'll show you why and how this market tends to work. There's these things called fractals, which is these black triangles that you see. Whenever you see a fractal, you have bullish fractals, you have bearish fractals. So whenever a fractal is broken, that means the market's in a bullish trend. So right now the market is considered in a bullish trend. Market usually likes to come back and retest a fractal. So the market broke this fractal, came back down, as we see right here where this red line's at. So depending on how this candle closes in 9 minutes, you could probably buy some XRP right now in the next 9 minutes and probably expect a bullish move to the upside. Reasons being is because we have a bright future here that's forming. Chiku spends above price. Kijun sends flat, which is, what I'm watching too, because we could get a bounce either at this fractal or price pulls back a little bit lower down to this blue line and then pulls back to the upside. Another thing here, let's see, momentum is kind of dead here, so I would count it. So, but if you want to play this safe, what I would do personally is wait for this candlestick to get above the cloud, and once it gets above the cloud, that's when I'll start looking for buying opportunities to the upside. But right now, it looks a little dangerous to be buying XRP until it breaks here for a clean break. Or you could trade price action and take it like that. So there's different ways you could find a potential trade here. But right now, I would look more for the breakout to the upside of this cloud here. That's just me. Let me see. So let's see. Someone said Dogecoin. I'll look at Dogecoin next. After Dogecoin, I'll look at VET, and then what's up, sir? Captain Sticks. You said MBX. Nice. Yeah, the weekly and monthly time frames look very bullish, but the weekly and monthly time frames are dictated by the lower time frames. Because a day happens before a week, and 5 minutes happens before a week too as well. So everything that happens on the lower time frame is going to lead up to the weekly and the monthly time frames doing its thing. Let's see. You said looks like a V-shaped W forming. Looks like the upside is about to happen. Yeah, I noticed that too. But for XRP, you have to be cautious. XRP has been interesting. Let me look at Doge real quick. Everybody's been fascinated with Doge. So let me go ahead and look at Doge. All right, here's Doge. All right, so I have a receipt on Twitter because somebody had asked me about Dogecoin back in September 14th. I said to buy Dogecoin at this point. If y'all don't believe me, y'all could go check Twitter. But anyway, I said buy in here. Look where it's at now. If you had bought in at where I told you to buy, you would be up 3,076% if you had bought in here. So, yeah, just go to my Twitter. You'll find the post where I said to buy in here at September 14th. And look where price is at now. But anyway, enough bragging. Glory to God. Let's see. So anyway, for Doge, it's in an interesting place. We do have a death cross right here, which is it's the weak signal because it's above the cloud, so that's not a strong signal there. Let me get rid of this. So I would have to check this on the smaller time frame to see what's going on here. So here on the smaller time frame, we see that price is trying to go higher. Trying to go higher. Because what I would wait for here, and this is what it's not pretty, and this is why I would be careful here. I do see this coming back down a little bit. Chiku span is stuck inside price. Everything is flat here. We do have a golden cross here, which is bullish. So that's a good signal right there. Let me see. Momentum is still bullish according to the ADX. No buy signal on the 1%R. What I would look for here, I will look for price to break above this range, above this 6 cent level. So I would set like about right here. This is where I would look to buy in, around this area. I wouldn't buy in any other way because I would wait for a Kumo breakout. Because you have most of your signals. You got a bullish cross, a golden cross, and then this line, this Chiku span, will be above price once we get up here. and then price will break the cloud. So this will be a good indication for the market to go higher once we get to 6 cents. So if you're gonna buy Dogecoin, I would set alerts at 6 cents. Yeah, 6 cents. And if we could close up here on the 4-hour time frame, then I would buy. But right now, I wouldn't buy here because right now it's risky, because it could still fall to the downside just based off the daily chart. Let's take a look at the hour real quick and we'll see. Okay, so here looking at the hour time frame, let's take a look. Everything seems bullish, but everything is flat here. So I still don't like this on the smaller time frame. Let's see. It's still ranging as well. Let me do this. It's still ranging here as well. And let me go ahead and clone this line. And also, if we look at it right here, the problem for Dogecoin, it's stuck in a range. It's not gonna go anywhere until we get a break at that 6 cent level, like I was telling you. This is where I would look for buying when we break here. So once we break here, that's where I'll buy. I wouldn't buy down in here, because when it comes to trading and investing, it doesn't matter where you enter, you invest. But if you want a more precise entry where you don't have too much downdraw, where you go like into profit almost instantly, yeah, I would wait till you buy to buy right here. I don't like for instance, like say if you buy in over here, right? Which is not terrible, but let's say you bought in right here and then you see the market, it dips, right? So now you're in a loss, and now the market's back to where it started. So you really, you're still at a loss still, but it would be better if you had bought in, like let's say if you bought in like somewhere here, and this would have been a good trade because it was a Tinkinson bounce. It bounced off our red line and came up. So if you want a better entry, I would wait till price gets at this level. But if you just want to buy Dogecoin just to buy it, then you could do that too right now. But I'm just saying, if I were you, I would wait till it gets above here for, better profits, and if it even makes it up there anyway. So let's see. For now, I'm gonna say I'm neutral on Doge. I don't see it doing anything right now. It's flat. It's too flat right now on the lower time frames, and that's not going to be too effective for a higher price of Doge. But that's going to be short time anyway. If anything, watch and see how tomorrow's daily candle closes. If this daily candle closes higher, then I suggest you buy Dogecoin and then be done with that. And you'll probably want to buy up until this point. Let's see. Yeah, you'll probably want to buy up until this point, which will still give you about 50% gains. So that's good. That'll be a pretty good win right there. But here's the thing. Once you get to that level, you want to be cautious if price could even break this fractal or not, this high. So, and honestly, you could zone this anyway. Zone it just like that. And now you have a area where 2 areas of resistance here. This was the high. This was the close of this candle. So you go based off the close of the candle and the high. So this was the high and the close here. So this is why this is a zone. Until we break that zone, that's when I would really take a really long position higher. All right. Now, if you're looking for how long it would go for like targets, this is what I would look for targets. So yeah, this will be targets up here. Dogecoin could probably get highest up to 20 cents. Another target would be at 17 cents, and then the other target would be here at 12 cents. But this is where you would look to, close your positions if it does not get past there. And the way I got that, it's an N-wave structure. Boom, boom, and boom. So that would be your N-wave structure right there. So that's how I would get into that. But it could go higher if it does break this. So give it time. You probably might get something out of it. Let's see. Next. Okay, so let's look at VET, and then I'll switch over to the other account and look at MBX. So VET, let's look at VET. Oh man, VET looks pretty interesting. All right, VET is very interesting. Okay, so right now we have a flat key June. It's kind of angled up. Market is kind of bullish. It is flat though, so I wouldn't get too excited here. Market is obviously ranging. This is as obvious as it gets. Boom. This is a very obvious range. So how I would participate in this market, I would probably take this off. Yeah, I'll probably take this off, Ichimoku off, and I'll probably go to the lower time frame and look at this market like this. It traded like this. So right now, let's see. Ooh, Doge is not Doge. VET is not looking pretty on this time frame. Let me see what it looks like here. So yeah, right here it's looking pretty flat. Let me go to the 1 hour real quick. I might see something better. Nope, not even here. Okay, so this is what I would say, because something interesting just happened here. All right. So we had a bullish cross, like golden cross, then we have a death cross right here. So if price breaks beneath this level here, this red line, I would look to go short. Even though we have a bright future here, this market is looking like it's starting to get weak. Looking here, Chico Span is inside price. But that being said, this is going to, if price continues to come lower right now, this will be underneath price, and this will be more prone to being bearish than bullish. And I would have to look for a opportunity to short this market if I were y'all. So I'd be careful with VET. VET looks like it wants to come down a little bit. Let me come to that weekly chart and let me see if anything changes. And when I say come down a little bit, this is how this will work as well. I want to put this up here, fractal, because we already hit our fractal level. This is a bullish market for sure, but I do see it coming down just a little bit lower. If I'm gonna trade just purely the weekly time frame, I will wait for the next week's candle to close and see how price, performs here. If we get a bullish close next week right here, I would buy. So wait till next week's candle, because next week's candle will be a very strong indication if this market's gonna do this. I'm still bullish on VET, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying for the short term, I do see this coming down just a little bit longer, not too much. And if it does break here, the lowest point I got it coming to would be probably here, right in here at 2 cents, right under here, and maybe even here, but around this area. I'm gonna say here will be the lowest I'll look. But if we could manage to hold here this week, I expect next week's candle start looking bullish and take that to the upside. But I wouldn't get in anxiously just yet. I would wait a little bit and see. And you see here that the market's obviously in a range. So honestly, you don't even want to touch this market until it breaks outside this box anyway. So yeah, you don't want to touch this market until it breaks out. If you look here, we're trading within one candle. And so we have our mother candle here. All these candles is trading within this one candle's range. Once it breaks outside this range, that's when you take your opportunity, whether it be a long or short position. I would more so here wait. This is why people don't understand day trading, and this is why people lose a lot in crypto trading. Most people in crypto trading are gamblers. They have no idea what they're talking about when they read charts. I don't really care if people get offended by that statement. You just don't know what you're looking at. Sometimes you just miss stuff, which is understandable, but there's some people that just have no idea what they're seeing when they look at these charts and what these candles mean. So let me give you a little educational lesson. I am teaching class tomorrow, so if you want to be a student, I do teach on how to read candles and how to read charts. But Let me give you an example. I'm gonna give you like a little educational lesson right now on how this market works. So we're gonna look at this range here and this range here. So you see the market's ranging between, let's see, 3 cents and 2 cents right in here. These two lines. So let me show you how to spot reversals in the market. When you get close, you want to trade closer to these levels, the high point and the low point. This candle right here. Let me box it for you so you guys can see this. If you ever see this candle, this is usually a strong sign of reversal. Look here. It's called a long-legged doji. So if you ever see a long-legged doji, it doesn't always mean it's going to reverse. It's suggesting that the market could potentially reverse. So if you look here, market moved to the downside, moved sideways a little bit, printed this long-legged doji, and then the market went up from here. Again, same thing. Market went down, printed this long-legged doji. Printed this long-legged doji. Boom, market went up. So sometimes you have to know what you're looking at and understand what you're reading when you're looking at these charts. Some people don't teach, people this stuff when they do their analysis videos, but with me, you're gonna get those. Also, markets tend to respect fractal levels, and if you look here, this is a bullish fractal. Once the market broke the bullish fractal, it came back to retest it, failed to break it, and you see you could have got a fractal bounce here to the upside, and it's a support here, and then you got your confirmation, you got your signal and your level here, and you can see the market moved up higher. But you would have to catch these trades on the smaller time frame anyway. Once this candle revealed itself, you go to a smaller time frame, look for the buy entry, and then you enter. So right now, this market, actually, now I'm looking at this, you could actually argue that this is a potential long-legged doji. So we could actually move up from here, now that I'm looking at this. So we actually might move up from this point. I'll say about right here. Yeah, about right there. So until we see what tomorrow's candle does, I'm gonna say we're gonna be moving up higher. Also, this is starting to close as a doji too. So if it closes as a doji, this daily candle closes as a doji, it's gonna be indecision, and that means neither the buyers or the sellers have won, and that the market's in equilibrium. And when the market's in equilibrium, that means neither buyer or seller is winning in the market, and it's just a flat neutral market on the lower time frames. On the daily time frame, it might look like something, but on the smaller time frame, this one candle is saying a lot. All right. Let me see. Let me go to the next. So MBX will be next. Let me see. Sincerely, George, thank you, man. I appreciate that. You said rough Rican. You said can't wait to go up. I know, right? Let's see. You said, hey, what do I think about Mana? I'm actually invested in Mana. I think Mana is going to be a very interesting project later in the future, especially its ties to virtual reality and gaming. I think that's going to do really well. That's what I think about Mana. I actually do have some Mana. It was doing really well. Yeah, Mana is not too bad. If you're going to hold Mana, it's be in it for the long term. I had told people to buy Mana on Twitter, and it went up to, I believe it went up to 36 and then dropped a little bit. I need to check again, but it did go up at one point. Okay, so next chart I'm going to look at is MBX. Let me see what that's all about. Oh, yeah, I do have to look at Zenfin, too, so I'll look at Zenfin after this. All right, MBX. All right, so let's take a look at this chart. I already do not like it too much. Yeah, this is looking weak. Okay. Here is it's starting to round out, so this is suggesting that the market may start declining. Here it's flat, so this is not going anywhere for a while. Let's see. Let's go to the 4 hour. Might get something better. All right. So 4 hour time frame. Okay. So there's two things with this chart that I kind of am interested about. So we're about to get a golden cross right here, which is a good sign of price moving higher. Let me see. Chiku span is stuck inside price. I don't like that. So that's not a good sign here. But other than that, this is so far, it's not a bad market. Chiku span is right here. But this Chiku span needs to get above the candles here. So until that happens, there's no trade here. And there's no buying opportunity yet. The momentum is still bearish until we break this trend line here for one. Two, Chiku span is saying this market is not tradable right now. Now, the way you could trade this market, if it is going to be more downside movement, take this off. Look at the 1% R. 1% R did bounce underneath the -20. And price is at a resistance at this trend line. So when this 4 hour candle closes in an hour 3 minutes, you could take a short on this market. Now, where would that short be? I don't know. I don't know how this market's going to move completely, but I would short this market based off the signs and the signals that I'm getting. If this is a true, let me see. If this is a true channel that I see here, I see prices falling back down in here, or at least within this range. So I'm going to lean towards this market coming down a little bit. It might not come all the way down, but I do see it coming down at least. All right, so I'll put that there. So yeah, I have this market coming down for MBX. Let me look at one more time frame, making sure that that bias is legit. Let me move this. Okay. Also here, what I do like here and what I don't like here for this time frame. Okay, so 1 hour, it seems pretty good. We had a golden cross here, which is bullish. Chiku span's above price, which is good. We have a bright future. We could get a Tinkinson bounce. And what I mean by that, you know how people trade the moving averages, the 200-day moving average or the 100-day moving average. So just trading based off averages, moving averages, this be a pretty good level where we could look for a potential bounce to the upside. So this is what could change my bias here. Now, this is what's going to happen and what could happen. So CASHAPP, we already have a cross here saying that we could buy potentially. Not yet. I wouldn't buy here yet. When this candle closes, maybe. But I want to see the William percent R be above the -20 first before looking for a buy. This is not this could be a buying opportunity, but it's not a strong buy opportunity, if that makes sense to you. So you could still buy here, get a bounce to the upside. You could do that, but you run the risk of, let's see what time frame. You run the risk of crashing into this resistance here. So let me make sure you see this on a smaller time frame. Yeah, you run the risk of crashing into this line where we're currently at. So if we do come up, which it could still come up, we could come up to here and then come back down. And that's why I said this is not a strong buy signal. It's not above -20. So I'm still in favor of this market moving lower. What it could do and what I could see it doing is moving maybe through here just a little bit, just to tease people to get in and then come back down. Something like that. And that's what I'm kind of getting here. But I don't have a strong buy signal here off of this. I do like how this is angling up though. That's a good sign. Now, if this was a bullish engulfing candle, then that would change my whole perspective. But right now, it's not a bullish engulfing candle. What time this candle closed? Actually, this candle just closed, so we should see the next candle forming pretty soon and see what it responds with. But I do think this is going to be a coin to invest in long term. Let me see long term weekly charts. Yeah, weekly time frame is interesting. Okay, so we already had strong rejection here, which is saying that if you get rejection here, that's a good strong trend. Ichimoku system, if you see price or the candles riding on this red line, that means it's a strong trend. And if it breaks underneath the trend, underneath the red line, that's when the market starts to fade and start to lose momentum. But right here, it looks like we have some good momentum as far as the market moving higher. So long term, I would keep a buy, but short term, sell it for a little bit. But long term, buying it. Another thing, one more thing. Let me do this. I'm very curious how this is gonna respond right here, because what I like here is that price. Everything, we have a lot of bullish signs here, but I just don't like this, and that's what's kind of tipping me off. I will say this: if you do buy, this is what I would do. Put your buy right here, and put your stop loss right underneath here. All right, that's where I would put my stop loss for this. So this would be entry, and stop loss be right here. You got to give the market some room to grow. Oh, look at that. It just triggered the entry. So this one, I would play it like this, just to keep it safe and tight. Yeah. So put a buy here, or you could buy right now. You have a tight stop loss here. And this is still not across the negative 20. Once this gets across the negative 20, I'll be more confident of this going higher. You could still buy here, but it's not super strong as it would be if this was above it. But if I were you, I would take it. Take it, put it tight. All right. Let me see. ADX. Not ADX. Zenfin. So the last time I looked at Zenfin was way down here. I said buy here. I do remember this the last time I said here. I told everybody to buy here. But I said it doesn't really matter until it breaks out above this box. And let me actually drag this over. Because it actually did break above the box right here. And it kept on bouncing on the top of it. And then it finally took off. But like I said, you guys, if you look here, y'all see how the candles follow the red line? Whenever you see the candles follow the red line like this, that means it's a strong trending market. And you see here, the market kind of start deteriorating around this area. So now we're looking for a potential bounce to the upside. We have a inverted hammer right here. So price could actually start moving higher. This is a potential reversal signal. And you see this current daily candle is trying to go up right now. So we could get a key June bounce and move to the upside. Let's see. I don't like that. So what I would look for here, look for Williams percentiles come underneath the negative 80 and then come back above it. Once you get that, then you could buy here. But right now, or you could trade price action. If this daily candle, if this daily candle closes bullish, you could buy here on Zenfin. Let me show you where targets could be for Zenfin. Let's see, right here, and there. So these will be your targets for Zenfin. All right. You got your 1-to-1 ratio, which is where you're going to be shooting for. from this point to this point, which will give you a 113% profit. But first it has to get above this level here, so I'll put a red bubble here. Yeah, price needs to get across this bubble zone or bubble level, which is here, right here. So I'll put a red line there too. So it has to get above 3 cents and a half. Once it gets above there, then Zenfin, I expect Zenfin to go higher. But like I said, wait till this daily candle closes. If it closes bullish, buy it tomorrow. If it doesn't close bullish, then don't bother. But tomorrow you should buy it if you are going to take it. This could be a good opportunity for you to go for Zenfin to go higher. At least get some profit, at least up to here. Our target is, you know, here, but it still has to get past some levels first. Definitely needs to get past, and actually I'll make it simpler. Definitely needs to get past this range here. The market's in a range. So once it gets past this range, then yeah, expect the market to go higher. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it for Zenfin. I would buy here and probably take it up to the upside, to the top of this box at least. Even if it doesn't go all the way to our expected targets, you could still get 30% out of this, out of investing Zenfin if we do come back to the top. So I'm looking for buying pressure here tomorrow. I'm expecting buyers to be in this market tomorrow. We'll see how this daily candle closes. Hopefully it closes like this, then we'll have a pretty good go to moving higher tomorrow. And if you notice here on the 4-hour time frame, let me take Ichimoku off, the market is just ranging here. You actually had a buy signal already on the 4-hour. You should have actually been in around this area. So yeah, if I were you, I would take a buy. And you could probably buy now once this 4-hour candle closes and hold it. You have a, let's see. And the reason why you could buy here is because you have a morning star formation. So these 3 candles, let me draw out a morning star formation for you guys. The reason why I like educating you guys, y'all, because I want you guys to understand trading is not always difficult. It's if you have a game plan and know what to read on the charts. Now you're not gonna win all your trades. I'll just be real with you, but you'll win more than lose. So let me show you. And I'm actually going to finish writing my course pretty soon. I have secrets that Wall Street traders use that I'm going to be talking about in my course as well. So if you want to become a student, I will be dropping my course very soon. All right, so this is what a morning star formation looks like. It'll be one bearish candle. So let's say this is a bearish candle, and let's say this is a bullish candle, and the middle candle doesn't matter if it's bullish or bearish. It just has to be smaller than these two. So the previous candle is bearish. The middle candle is neutral or doesn't really matter what color it is. And then the third candle has to be bullish. So your entry for this candle, for this formation, your entry would be right here. Actually, let me change this. I don't like that line. Your entry will be here. And then your stop loss for this type of trade setup would be at the bottom of this candle here. And then once your trade gets triggered, you hope it does this. Hopefully it does something like that. So this is usually how it goes. And then sometimes you'll get this too. Because this is how the market usually moves. And then, let's see, clone that. And then the market will start moving back up again. But yeah, this is what the chart would look like. You had your morning star formation, your entry, and then once your entry, then you're in profit on this candle, this candle, this candle. As long as it stays here and it doesn't hit your stop loss, you're pretty good. But right now, that's what I have for this pair, Zenfin. I expect it to go higher. Now, let's see. Any more requests? Let's see. What's up, Josh? How you doing, man? I appreciate you being on here, brother. And you're welcome, Sir Captain Sticks. The TA on MBX. All right, so let me see. I'll take some more requests. So if you have a request right now, go ahead and shoot it to me. I will definitely look at it. All right, so what's up, XRPG? How we doing? So DGB, got you. DGB. All right, DGB. Let's see. It's been a while since I looked at this one too. All right, let's put the cloud back on. Well, I'm gonna just say this: you just missed your buying opportunity on this one. Okay, you could probably still look for a buying opportunity on the lower charts, but if you wanted to catch this, you would have to catch this on the smaller time, or catch this on this time frame. Your buy signal was yesterday or 2 days ago, down in here, with the R, 1% R. Now, let's see. Everything seems bullish here except for this is flat and this is kind of flat. I'm gonna say this: if this market is going to go higher, it needs to get above this Tinkinson. Once it gets above there, then we'll have really strong indication of a bull market. Let's see, 4 hour. All right, so 4 hour, it's in a TK zone, but it's still flat here. So that being said, I wouldn't want to touch this yet. I wouldn't get involved in this market yet. Cause I'm pretty sure you're trying to be in a long-term move. I don't see a long-term move here right now. I'm not even gonna fake it. Cause I stick to my trading rules and my trading style. It's right now I'm not seeing it. Let me go down one more time frame. Let's see if I can find a buying opportunity for you. Okay, so there is something trying to happen here. Okay, so you had a death cross right here. Wow, this market's raggedy. You had a death cross right here, and then you immediately had a golden cross, then a death cross, and then you had a golden cross, and now you have a death cross again. So just here it crossed 3 times, and you have a death cross right here. Man, that's not good. Okay, so if you're gonna get involved here, personally, if you're trading my style, I would wait for a golden cross where the red line crosses above the blue. Once you got that golden cross, then you could probably start looking for potential opportunity to buy, and I would be more inclined to buy once price breaks above the Kumo cloud. So once price breaks above here, that's when you should start looking for a potential buying opportunity. Nothing yet. If we're trading just this pure style, nothing to no investment yet. Also, if we're gonna do that, your entry would be here anyway, or maybe slightly above. But the thing is, we don't have no level yet, so there's no trade. I do want this market to go down here. If we could come down right here to this blue line and hold here, I'll look for a bounce here and take it up. But there's no bounce here. There's no level. So I'd be cautious trading this or investing in this right now. I wouldn't touch it right now. Just me. Long term, let's see. Long term. Okay, looking decent long term. Let's see monthly. Okay, so here's the thing. This is going to be interesting because right here you got this thick, gigantic cloud. So this market might range some more before it totally gets above here. Because once it gets above this thick cloud on the monthly time frame, this thing's going to skyrocket. And I'm trying to figure out how high this thing could go, because I don't know much about this project. Let's see. Well, if you were trading the N-wave structure, you would already have made your money from trading here to here. And that would have been how much from this point? That's a 302%. .302%. That's not bad at all. But here, I wouldn't get too trigger happy about buying yet. You're going right into some solid resistance. And you see how strong that rejection was? I'd wait a little bit. You're almost getting that signal to buy on the 1 hour time frame. You don't have it yet. The thing that I do like here, we have a C clamp formation. C clamp formation is saying that the market's out of equilibrium. Usually this means that the price wants to come back up to this blue line. And if it does cross here, you'll get a Kijun break. And then it'll become a walking the dragon trade. That's just the Japanese term for how they call this trade setup. If we do get that, and then price will definitely start moving back to the upside. I would have to do some deeper time cycle analysis. So let me see something. Give me a second, because this one's going to be an interesting one. Let's see. Yeah, because when you do this, I don't usually do this too often, but the reason why I'm going to do this, because this could actually be a good long-term investment in the short term. Let me see something real fast, because this could be very interesting. Let's see. Y'all probably don't understand what I'm doing, but this is more advanced for predicting the market long term. So let me go ahead and mark these up. Here we go. Okay. All right, so here, so this is day 9 here, which will be March the 2nd. So by March 2nd, this is what I'm going to say, or close to March 2nd, I'm expecting something to happen around this range. Let's see. So we could get this V wave here. And by March 2nd, we could be back up to this level or higher. Because that's what it's looking like right now. So I would give this the move. After we get to March 2nd, then I'll be watching this market a little bit closely to see what happens, because then market could come back down and then move up higher by March the 10th. So I already have the dates predetermined. I'll teach y'all how to use this one day, but this is gonna mess y'all's brains up, especially if you don't have basic understanding of this system. But this is using the time cycle for trading. Let me see something. But yeah, I do expect price to start moving up higher for this, now that I'm looking at it. And if you're looking at it, this is where March 2nd is. So price could probably start moving up higher from this point towards March 2nd. It's not going to move in a straight line like that, but I'm saying that's what possibly could happen there. All right. So I do like this right now for a buy. All right, let's see next. Okay, so you did buy Digibyte yesterday. Cool. Awesome. Let me look at ZIL real quick. Yeah, let me take a look at that. I think I have it on my other charts. Let's see, ZIL. Here it is. I don't remember the last time I looked at this one, but apparently I got this marked up. So okay, so right now we're in a TK zone. Or it looks like we're about to have a death cross here. So we might do a small pullback. Now here's the thing. This is still angling down, so this might drop from here, but I don't think so. Despite what it's telling us. Let me see. There's no real range for me to. Actually, there is. Here it is. Right here. Here's the range to play in right here. So depending on what happens in this range, if we break outside this range, definitely going to look for a long to the upside. If we break to the upside here, if we break lower, then obviously it's going to come down lower, but I don't touch this when it comes to these type of markets. And you have to understand, this is another thing that I noticed in the crypto space, and it kind of irks me a little bit, but a lot of people that do analysis, when I do watch other analysts, they don't really notice consolidation markets, which is why they get some of their analysis wrong, and eventually the market goes in their direction and they look like a hero because it eventually did go their way. But I noticed more times than not, they don't pay attention to these areas. Like, they happen so often. Like, let me show you. Especially in crypto. Like, right in here. You see this? I'm just teaching y'all secrets on how to trade, y'all. And this is why people watch my stuff, because I show y'all secrets. So you see how obvious this is ranging, just like how this one's ranging here. I could actually move this up a little bit, about right there. But you see how obvious this range is, and you see this was the signal to short the market, and you see what happened. The market pushed lower. Same thing is happening here. You don't touch this market until it breaks outside this box. There's no trade opportunity. There's no buy, no sell opportunity until it breaks outside that box. But what you can do, you can mark this up on your 4-hour time frame like I do, and you will go down to your smaller time frame. Let's say probably the 5-minute, and see now you could trade the bounces here. You could trade this, but if you're trading like the 4-hour time frame or higher, no, you're not gonna do that. There's no trade yet. I would wait till it breaks higher or lower. Momentum is in favor of the bears, so we could definitely go lower. But you don't just rely on indicators. You have to use, more sources than indicators, and use common sense and use your knowledge of your trading. But right now, we just had a death cross right here too. Let me see. And we're about to get a short signal right here. We're about to get a short. And then the market also did make price action just now as well. Let me show you. Well, depending on how this candle closes in the next 36 minutes. But we do have price action right here. This candle formation, when you see two candles like this, you have a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle. And the bearish candle closes more than 50% of the previous candle. This is called a dark cloud cover. So whenever you see a dark cloud cover, it's a signal that the market is going to start pushing to the downside. So I'm going to leave this coming to the downside right now. So this is what I see for this market right now. This market moving lower. If it doesn't come all the way down, that's fine. I still see this market moving lower. All I'm concerned with, this market's moving down. Here you had a bearish engulfing candle at resistance, market moved down. Then you had a dragonfly candle, moved prices up. Then you had a hanging man, prices moved down. Then you had another dragonfly, which is saying price wants to go up. I'm telling you guys, if you just learn how to trade and read candles, you could trade all day. You'll probably get bored, but you could literally do this all day. Let me show you another dark cloud cover. See this? Another dark cloud cover right here. Close 50% of this candle. Market move lower. Let me see if I can find another one. Here? No, that's not one. Here's one right here. Here's a dark cloud cover. Market moved down. Anyway, I'm just showing y'all, some secrets of how to trade. I hope y'all take notes and, really reflect on this, because some of y'all stop relying on just analysts for your opportunities. Really try to learn this stuff, y'all. I'm telling you, learning how to invest and trade is going to change your life. I'm just to letting you know. It will definitely help. Let's see. Let me read some of y'all's comments. Josh, you said I watched a few videos on Discord and felt brave. Brother, definitely recommended Cash Discord ground. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that the boost. Let's see. Good. I'm waiting for Zill to go down before coming, but DGB at that price seemed better, but I think Elon will pump Doge soon again. Yeah, I get okay. Let me show y'all. I took a bad loss on Bitcoin. I'm gonna tell y'all where I took my trade on Bitcoin for a short, and oh man, I remember this day too. So it was right here. This is where I took my short trade on Bitcoin. All right. So actually, I think I got in up here or down here. I don't know where it was. I think it was here, and I took the short all the way down, and then I put in another short here on a bigger position. So what ended up happening here? This was where Elon Musk bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and then the market went up. And the market was actually going to drop that day. It was actually really deciding to drop this day. But this is where Elon Musk bought in all that Bitcoin, and look what the market did. It went higher. Guys, I lost so much money this day. I was so upset. I said, what happened? And I looked on Twitter and I saw that Elon Musk had put out a tweet or something saying that he bought Bitcoin. I said, wow, dirty man. So sometimes you got to be careful of the influence that people have, in especially celebrities. They have a lot of power in these financial markets because they have money and people are obviously going to listen to them. So you got to be careful when it comes to investing and day trading sometimes, because there's the X factors that you don't have, and you don't see those X factors until it's too late. And that Elon Musk situation was definitely an X factor. Did not see that coming. All right, any other requests? If not, I'm gonna go ahead and chill, and I'll let y'all be, and y'all could have a great night. But do y'all have any other requests at all? Any topics that y'all want me to go over? I do want to say this before I do start wrapping things up. The situation today with the Federal Reserve's crashing, that was a good sign for XRP and Ripple to start taking a place in this financial space. The old system is eventually going to get swallowed up by crypto. I still believe that the crypto space is going to dwarf the forex market soon. The crypto space just became a $2 trillion market. The forex market is a $5.6 trillion market. I think crypto in the next 5, maybe sooner, depending on how things go, I think the crypto space will be a $6 trillion, if not more, market. I do see that being a case. You said, Taylor Smith, you said, are you into NFTs? I haven't really touched any NFTs. Hope that answers your question. But yeah, I do think with the Federal Reserve getting crashing today, I think that's gonna open a door in the future for XRP to get a shine, and for Ripple to actually present what XRP can do for this current financial space. And then that'll eventually have us switching over to the new the new quantum as people said, the quantum financial system that we are expecting it to do. So that's what I have my thoughts on for the Federal Reserve's crashing. I do think that that's a big sign for Ripple to start, showcasing what XRP can do. They have a platform for it now, because now Ripple could say, uh, that you remember when the Federal Reserve's crashed with us participating and taking hold of the changing the system, we could make it not to where it can't crash. So this is just something that's gonna be interesting in the near future. I think XRP is gonna have its moment when this lawsuit is over. I think this lawsuit is gonna be over next month. I really do. I don't care. You could quote me on that. I think it's gonna be over. I think XRP is gonna do its thing next month. I really do. Especially after the pre-trial, I think it's gonna be time for XRP to shine next month. Yeah, I appreciate you too, man. You've been holding XRP since October. That's all. That's what's up. What price did you buy in at? I don't remember October prices. You said, not gonna lie, Mr. Poole has been posting a lot of things that are happening. Who is Mr. Poole? I don't know a lot of these people that I'm supposed to know on Twitter. I don't know who Mr. Poole is. I don't know who Bubba Cuggs is. Everybody talks about Bubba Cuggs or whatever his name is. I don't know who the heck. Who else is another person? Y'all have a lot of people y'all follow. I don't know. I don't really follow nobody like that. I look at the information that people are putting out there, but I don't follow people like religiously like that. So y'all might have to fill me in on who's Mr. Poole. What has he said that has been happening? Cause I'd be curious to know. Oh, he's an XRP Riddler? Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah, by the way, I know a lot of you guys about the, what's it called? The message on, oh, my goodness. I'm having a brain fart. So, when I posted the email the other day, so about that email, I know some of y'all might know what I'm talking about, but the leaked email from Goldman Sachs, the email was actually by the guy from Goldman Sachs. So it was crazy because I was on Facebook and he called me on Facebook Messenger. I guess he found me because I guess he found out that I posted it. And I was talking for a while, and he was telling me that he didn't think that post go like that crazy, but that it did have bad grammar. Yeah, it sure did. But y'all can't act like y'all don't have bad grammar, because I seen y'all's post. A lot of people talk so much trash, and that wasn't a email from the actual Goldman Sachs email. The Goldman Sachs email, because I know I have family members that work at Goldman Sachs, but I can't disclose some information. I will say a few things, though. I will say that, Goldman Sachs is going to get involved in crypto very soon. Very, very soon. But that's all I can say. I can't say too much more than that. But that email was a casual email. It wasn't like a business email. It was like someone just talking casually, like how people spell quick just to talk in like a text, or instead of typing U, like YOU, you would type in like just the letter U. So just it was like a conversation like that. But people always like to say stuff like, dude, like I was on the whole phone call with this person, so like, dang. Now, if you want to talk about their email to their face, go ahead, be my guest. I don't care. That's not my business. But I did want to address that, because it wasn't like a serious email. It was more like a casual friendly type of email. But like I said, if y'all want, y'all could call the number. You got the extension, call it. Go ahead. I don't know why people. I told y'all I know people that are connected to Goldman Sachs. Y'all just don't believe nothing. people always want to, jump down someone's throat because they didn't put out the information, or it's the person that put out the information. Like I said, the XRP community is so divided. Like, we gotta do better, people. But I do think once things start happening, people will be like, "Oh, it is true." Oh, and I said this in a live stream in I don't remember which live stream. Like when I was doing live streams consistently, I did say that Goldman Sachs will get involved very soon, and I put out that email. You then look at y'all. This is like, come on, y'all got to do better. Y'all can't just attack the messenger. Y'all got to do some research yourselves and make the phone calls and stuff. But that being said, if y'all don't have any other requests, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream here. I do appreciate you guys joining the live stream today. Y'all didn't have to, but y'all did. But if y'all liked and enjoyed this live stream, definitely subscribe. And also, I will do a live stream on Friday. I'm gonna start getting back into live streaming. I'm just, I had to take some time off to think about a lot of things, gather my thoughts, but I'm good, y'all. I'm good. So we gonna get back to this crypto and chart analysis and fun story times and stuff. So I think I'll have a story for you guys next time. I always have some crazy stories to share, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. So going once, going twice. If you don't have no requests, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. So appreciate you guys for joining tonight. God bless. I hope you guys stay tuned for the next, and stay safe, y'all. Especially if you were in Texas. I know Texas took a big hit, and also when they took the hit, a lot of people had no electricity and no water. Fortunately, my family was blessed to have electricity and water, so it wasn't too bad. But that being said, guys, God bless. See you in the next live stream. All right, peace.